If you answer the phone and say, "Who are you?" you might be offending the caller without knowing it. In this episode, we are going to replace rude phrasing with the perfect professional standard. Hello and welcome to Pocket English. Today is all about phone call English. First, we will fix how you start a call so you sound polite instantly. Then, we cover the tricky part, putting someone on hold without hanging up on them. Finally, we'll teach you the best phrases to end the call smoothly. By the end of this podcast, you'll have a full script for any conversation. Let's jump in.
Phone calls are stressful for English learners because we lose all the visual cues. We can't see the caller's face, only hear their voice. This leads to panic, and panic often leads to making a direct translation mistake. The most common, and perhaps the rudest, mistake is in the opening.
That's right. Many language learners translate directly from their native tongue. If the caller says, "Hello, can I speak to David?" the learner might respond, "Who are you?" In English, especially professional English, "Who are you?" is extremely direct. It can sound defensive, suspicious, and dismissive. We need to replace that with a simple, polite identification.
We have two major options for a professional start, depending on whether you are the caller or the receiver. Let's start with receiving the call. You should always identify the location and yourself. Instead of "Who are you?" try this phrase. "Thank you for calling, company name. This is your name, speaking. How may I help you?"
Let's practice that. Speaker 2, you are a professional receptionist.
"Thank you for calling Sterling Solutions. This is Liam speaking. How may I help you?"
Excellent. This phrase immediately gives the caller all the necessary information and establishes a professional tone. If the call is personal, simply answer with your name. "Hello, this is Maria." The key rule is, don't ask the caller to identify themselves until you have identified yourself first.
Now, what if the caller asks for someone who isn't available? This is a crucial moment. A common mistake is just saying, "She's not here." That's too brief and unhelpful.
We need to use softening phrases. Try this. "I'm afraid Jane is in a meeting right now. May I ask who is calling?" Notice how polite that is. We identified the absence, gave a reason, and used a request phrase, "May I ask?"
Let's practice that exchange. I'll call you, Maria, and ask for Jane. Ring, ring.
"Hello, this is Maria speaking."
Hello, Maria. This is Liam. I was hoping to speak to Jane about the new project.
"I'm afraid Jane is in a meeting right now. May I ask who is calling?"
Yes, this is Liam from the accounting department.
Perfect. The caller is now identified, the call has been managed, and we never had to sound rude. This covers the start of the call.
The next section is where most people really panic, and that's the hold. You need to check information, find a person, or look up a file. But you can't leave dead air. Hanging up because you don't know what to say is a terrible professional mistake. We need to buy time without sounding like we are wasting the caller's time.
The goal here is transparency and consent. Never just press the hold button. The essential phrase is, "Would you mind holding for a moment?" Or, if you need more time, "Do you mind holding while I check that information for you?"
The why is important. If you just say, "Hold," it sounds like a command. If you say, "Hold while I locate your file," you are telling them you are actively working on their problem.
Let's look at 3 essential hold situations. Situation 1, you need to transfer them. Instead of saying, "I will put you to another person," which is too mechanical, say, "I'd be happy to transfer you to the correct department. Please hold the line."
Situation 2. You need a brief moment to find information. Say, "Please bear with me for just a moment while I pull up your account details." The phrase, "bear with me," is professional and polite, meaning be patient with me.
Situation 3. The person they want is available, but you need to check if they are free. Say, "One moment, please. Let me see if she is available to take your call." This manages the expectation. If you are finding these phrases helpful for your everyday English, hit the like button and subscribe to Pocket English. It's your free daily win.
Let's practice a combined situation. "Maria, I need to call you, but I need some specific information, so you'll have to put me on hold."
Ring, ring. Thank you for calling Sterling Solutions. This is Maria speaking. How may I help you?
"Hi, Maria. This is Liam from the accounting team. I need the reference number for the Q3 invoice."
Certainly, Liam. I need to pull up those files. Would you mind holding for just one moment while I locate that number for you?
Not at all.
That's exactly how it works. You ask for consent, you explain the action, and use softening phrases like certainly and just one moment.
Now, let's talk about coming back from the hold. This is the moment to thank the caller for their patience. You never just jump into the information.
The phrase is simple. Thank you for holding. Then you proceed with the conversation. For example, thank you for holding. The reference number you requested is 482B.
This wraps up the messy middle section. By mastering the start and the hold, you've already won the call. But we can't forget the end. A rushed goodbye can ruin the professional tone you've worked so hard to establish.
The goal of the end is twofold. Summarize the action and invite future contact, but firmly close the conversation. A common mistake is saying bye-bye over and over.
We use a closing sequence. Step 1, summarize and confirm. You need to make sure the next steps are clear. Say, to confirm, I will email you the document by the end of the day.
Step 2, ask the final invitation. This is a very polite way to ensure you haven't missed anything. Try, is there anything else I can assist you with today?
If the caller says, no, that's all, thank you, we move to step 3, the professional sign-off. We never just hang up.
Our closing phrases should always include a thank you for their time. Choose one of these. Thank you for calling, Liam, have a great day, or it was nice speaking with you, goodbye.
Let's put all 3 sections, start, hold, and end, into one rapid-fire dialogue. This is the script you can use for almost any call. We're going to use the polite phrases we learned, replacing who are you with clear identification, and avoiding rude silence with proper hold phrases.
Ring, ring. Good morning. Global Services, this is Maria speaking. How may I help you?
Hello, Maria. This is Liam from the client team. I need to know the delivery status for the Johnson order.
Certainly, Liam. That information is in our warehouse database. Would you mind holding for a brief moment while I check the tracking status?
I can hold. Short pause, simulating finding the file. Thank you for holding, Liam. I have the tracking status here. It shows the order will be delivered tomorrow morning by 10 a.m.
That's excellent news. Thank you.
My pleasure. Is there anything else I can assist you with this morning?
No, that covers everything.
Great. Thank you very much for calling, Liam. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Goodbye.
That entire conversation was professional, smooth, and used consent at every critical point. The key difference between sounding professional and sounding rude often comes down to just adding one word: please, may, or thank you. Remember, identify yourself first, get consent for the hold, and summarize before the goodbye.
If you found this phone call script useful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Pocket English Podcasts for more real-world, actionable English skills. Practice these phrases this week, and you'll notice an immediate change in your phone call confidence. You've got this.